season opener saw Leon Loubser dominated Zwartkops Raceway, and he still holds a commanding lead in Class A. William Einkemura took his first victory of the year at Pekisa Freeway, but this time he'll be looking for an outright win on track. The man who lost out on that occasion was Bob Neal, whose victory celebrations were abruptly halted following a penalty for passing under the yellow flag. He'll no doubt be looking for redemption this weekend. The action between this trio will be fast and fierce. Andreas Meyer, Nick McCrease and Lyle Ramsey treated the Zwartkops Raceway fans to some of the season's best racing back in January. As we head into this year's second half, only 12 points separate them at the top of Class B, with Meyer in the lead. Lorenzo Gualtieri and Renier Smith are also edging closer to them on the points table, but the Pekisa Freeway clearly indicated that this will be a five-way battle on track. Class C is looking very different after round 4. Reigning series champion Nicholas Fisher has moved into the lead, 7 points clear of Jan Efferstein. Jaco Storm's maiden Class C win saw him slot into third place. And this weekend, Troy Cochrane, Alan Hillian and former leader Hein van der Merwe will also return to the grid. The latter will look to repeat his double win from the season opener after a dismal past 3 rounds in which he only recorded 8 points in one race. Round 1 saw Reynard Miller competing in only his second race weekend, but showing promise as a driver to watch for. This time round, he heads to Zwartkops Raceway leading Class D by 16 points and on the back of 5 consecutive podiums, including 3 class wins. The battle for second place is hotting up, with Nicholas Herbst and Father Craig being split by Neil Reynolds. Fresh from his first Class D win of the season, former leader Manny Ribeiro is 5th. Dave Rees dominated Class E at Zwartkops Raceway earlier in the year and continued to do so until round 4, when Arie van Heerden took a double win. However, Rees still holds a 35-point lead in class over van Heerden and moves ahead of Quebus Boma. Mike Grobler and Devold Smith complete the top 5. Rees still holds the lead in the overall championship, but former double champion Meyer has leapfrogged Loubser into second place and is trailing Rees by only 13 points. McCrease and Miller are tied on 55 points.
So it's a case of good on you, mate, there, from the BMW Performance Parts Racing Series here at Zwartkops. Right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty here for classes D and E. Let's see how close this championship is getting as well. Renier having to do some work here, there's no doubt about it. But I think watch out for Reynard Miller and Neil Reynolds on that front row. They're going to be exceptionally fast and looking for a chance to just maintain their ability to be just that slight advantage and the slight lead over Boma and Nicholas Herbst. George Economides there in 5th place, just looking to come through as rapidly as possible. And then leading out Class D, remember it's Craig Herbst and Zahir Sirdat. Will be fighting hard for Class D honours today here in the first heat of the BMW Performance Parts Racing Series. So we're under starters orders now. The rolling start lights go out, and here we go down towards turn 1 for the first time. Looks like once again a good start coming out of Miller. Miller and Reynolds were side by side heading towards turn 1. Perhaps going to have to come through from the back as well. We'll keep an eye on that. Each heat, but as they come out of turn 2 now, let's see who's going to be at the front end of this battle. Remember, there's 18 cars here in classes D and E. And look at the gap already being pulled by Miller. Miller pulling away there slightly from the 514. Quebus Boma's made up one place. Coming through there is the greenhouse machine. Car 31, as always, a very, very competitive man is Nicholas Herbst. And he's now looking to try and sneak to the front end as quickly as possible. Problems though in the mid-pack. One of the cars slowing. Here we go. So Boma in 2nd, Reynolds in 3rd. Stage a little bit of pressure coming there from Economides, and in the background, a bit of out of the shape there for Craig Herbst. He puts it onto the black stuff in the Victron Energy machine, just runs onto the dirty stuff and nearly loops out. On the brakes, that's a move from Economides, trying to find a way past. Can he make a way through? 330 coming through there as well. Watch out for of course, track taxi with Manny Ribeiro behind the wheel. Snell at the back. Some work quite out there for Tina Snell. Tina Snell going to have to do some work now in that Arrow automotive car. The Viper BMW in that mid-pack, just ahead of the track taxi. Miller from Kubis Boma, Reynolds and Economides. Economides just squeezing through there for what is now 4th place ahead of Nicholas Habst. Habst with some work to do. Dave Rees good as well. Remember Dave Rees looking for a chance now. Try and maintain the lead in Class E. So C, D and E here. Or I should say D and E, I should say. Fighting hard. Classes A, B and C will be out a bit later on this morning. Parked on the sideline there. Definitely a car that is out of the running here for the first heat. Leonard Archer who's parked on the sideline. Whoa, onto the dirt goes the 31. I want to be out there. That's definitely not what you want to be doing there, Nick. Nick Herbst onto the dirty stuff as well. It was Craig who was on the dirty stuff the last time we came through. So the Herbst boys enjoying themselves onto the dirty stuff, and Kitty Litter just opposite our Toyota Gazoo Racing stable. He's fighting here in Class E. Class E at this point. This is the lead of Class E. Dewald Smith at this stage hanging on. Looks like he might be the man to beat here today, but he's got Ari right on his tail. So Ari van Heerden looking for a way to get through there on Dewald. 325 IS shadow line there. Of course, Ari in the 30 325i. So Dewald in the 328 actually. 328i. Fighting hard. Now as they come onto the back straight once again. Greenhouse machine making its way up one position. Recovering. And looks like dropping down that valve. Hospital car of Neil Reynolds. So Reynolds down into 5th place. Boma fighting hard, continuing there with George Economides as they're watching Reinhard Miller get away. And then it's Reynolds and Habst. And Rees can come into that pack as well. He's not too far behind that. Dave Rees actually, I think, is leading Class E there, Paul. Stand to be corrected. He's in amongst the Class D competitors. He's in that 2nd pack of cars, so he might be the Class E leader. There he is there. This point in time, so he actually is tucked in amongst some of these Class D competitors and is leaving his rivals behind him. Well, we're going to move it back again from Reynolds, trying to come back at the greenhouse BMW there. That says nothing but shuts the door. Boma loses out. So Economides now under a bit of threat, putting the pressure onto Kubis Boma. 2nd pack come out of turn 2. Actually, Reinhard Miller doing it all right. 5-1 for Kubis Boma. Just Gulf Racing style colours there on his BMW. And another inside defensive line coming out of Habst to keep out Reynolds. And it's Rees and 3 Class D competitors on his tail. One of them is Ribeiro. Ribeiro's on the inside of the 30 car of Craig Habst. And they're both trying to close down there, I think, on the back end of Zahir Sirat. So maybe Dave Rees has moved up, but there's definitely a Class E sticker on his car. That's him we've just seen go through shot there. Maybe he was bumped up. We don't have information on that. And at this point in time, well, he was in 7th place overall in qualifying, Paulie, which I think might have let him break out of the allotted time. So maybe he has been bumped up. It just hasn't put the Class D sticker on his car just yet. We'll get confirmation of that, I'm sure, at some stage. Somebody will be sending us a message saying that is the case. I usually get some kind of information coming out of Bernard de Gabea, but I haven't got that yet. Okay, so Dave Rees has definitely moved into Class D. Apologies on that one. So we will go back, of course, and say that that battle we were watching earlier on for Class E is actually the battle for the lead. And that was Dewald Smith and Ari van Heerden. The cool thing about this category, of course, is it works on time-based classes. So if you break out of your allotted times, you move up no matter what car you're in. And that's the beauty of this, is that it is a bit of an aspirational style racing. Looks like on the sideline there was possibilities of Leonard Archer getting going again. So Archer might be just trying to roll that BMW of his back to the pit lane. No one is going to catch Reinhard Miller. In fact, Reinhard Miller at this point in time, Paulie, I'm not quite sure what the breakout time is for Class D. But he must be pretty close to it with the kind of time. No, he can't be. His best time so far has been a 13.224. Economides has done a 12.851. And of course their qualifyings were 12.3, so maybe it's a 1:11 that moves them up into Class C. Miller though doing a superb job. Change up here for the lead for Class E though. Yes, there you go. It is Ari van Heerden now ahead of the 130 of Dearborn Smith. They're down in 15th and 16th place on track at the moment. Corin New are just behind them. So we do have a lady, I beg your pardon, in this one. So there you go, another lady driver for us. Corin has a superb drive every single time she climbs into her VTEC Motorsport 318i. Here's a move. Perhaps has closed that gap down pretty rapidly. It's a little bit sideways out of 5, trying to get through on the inside of Kurt Boma. And the Pepper Shield BMW just keeps him out for now, but he runs also a little bit wide. It's the wheels stepping out there and putting some black lines down. There comes Haps looking for a way through. Has he got the inside line? Has he got what takes on the brakes? He has. He's squeezed him out. And the Pepper Shield BMW, oh, and they're both sideways out of turn 8. Both out of shape there, coming out of turn 8. Further back, two of these guys fighting out the Viking BMW there. Jordan Miller going at it with him. So Zaid Ismail and Miller side by side. They head down towards turn 1. 1:12.3, or is that what I heard? Oh, 1:12 dead, okay. So 1:12 dead is the time for the breakout. So we'll keep an eye on those times. At this stage, they're nowhere near it. Even in qualifying, I think the best time was a 1:12.3 out of Reinhard Miller. So I think he knows what it takes to just maintain lap times that will stay at the front, but won't bump him up into Class C at this stage. So slow cars being shown that blue flag as Reinhard Miller starts to come in amongst some of those back markers. Probably going to be Ninaber as the first car that is going to catch. Corin will be the first of those back markers, I'm sure. So after that 111 car. He's in second place in those Fina BMW colours, really famous racing colours in BMW German touring car days. The Wealth machine doing a superb job there, and the Wealth Avenue machine, I should say, of George Economidis in second. Look out for Kobus Boma as well. Boma still in a bit of a fight, and Reynolds goes quickest on the last pass, so look out for the attack coming from Neil Reynolds now heading into the closing stages. Also a 10 lapper, so we're into the latter part of this one. 7 down, 3 to go. Here is the leader of Class E now crossing the line. So nice run there from the 88 machine. Harry van Heerden, of course, in the 325i. First National Batteries and VTEC Motorsport are his sponsors, and he's doing them a load of good at the front end of Class E. Trevor Long, the roof surgeon man. Goes flying through into turn 4. Trying to close the gap down there ever so slightly. Doesn't look like he's been able to do that just yet. Second pack at the top of the hill. He's got the man who went off earlier on there, Hapst. Craigie running a little bit wide there in the Victron Energy BMW. Manny Rivera pulling away ever so slightly now from Dave Rees. Craig Hapst behind that, 317 on his tail. There's Matthew Wadley in the 330 CS. Arguably one of the biggest growing classes in this country is the BMW M Performance Racing Series. Hence the reason for them splitting the classes, because they're so big in numbers. Miller, is he going to close by Economidis? He has. Economidis is just closing him down there a little bit by little bit. Still 1.3 seconds between them on the last pass. But there's 1.5 laps to go for the two of them. 2 for everybody else that just crossed the line. So 2 corners and 1 lap to go here. Economidis looking dangerous. As he timed this to perfection to get to the front and beat Reinhard Miller, we'll wait and see. As they come onto the braking point, turn in with a lap to go. 1 more for Miller, 1 more for Economidis. Can he find a way past? Reynolds looks like he's still hanging on. And he might have just squeezed out Kobus Boma for third. Reverse angle shot here as they come into braking. Oh, Economidis diving through. Wow, that was easily done actually. Door opened up wide there from Reinhard Miller, and Economy said, I'll have that, thank you. Takes the lead into turn 2 and now tries to hang on to it. Miller going to go around his outside onto the back straightaway. He does that. Has he got the drive to get through? He has. So Miller must have made some kind of mistake in turn 2. Ah, the Economides through, but the Economides is not over yet. He's not done yet as he gets towards turn 5. AMG Driving Academy, late braking from Economides, is on the inside line. He's out of shape! Oh, trying too hard there. George Economides puts the back end out. And that's going to allow Reynolds through. Reynolds up in the second place now. So Miller turns the favor in terms of return of the pressure. And under the pressure, Economides folded. So it's Miller for the win. Class D winner for race 1. Reinhard Miller takes it. Reynolds comes through there, just behind them in second place, and Boma just hangs on to keep out Nick Herbst. And Ribeiro now into the final part of this one in the track taxi. He comes across the line and completes another lap. And that's the end of the race there for that track taxi car. So let's have a look as they come to the line. There is Ari van Heerden. He's going to be hanging on for the win here, possibly of Class E. He has got Dioval just behind him, but it's too far behind, I think, for Smith to do any damage to the man out front. So Dioval Smith will have to settle for second place. Ari van Heerden is going to take the win. And that means Karin Nienhaber is going to get third place in Class E for race 1.